Hey everyone, today I've got this Peugeot diesel with massive smoke leak. Let's check it out. I had a look around the engine, seemingly smoke is coming from this area, from the injectors area. So I want to remove the air filter housing to reach to that area to see what's going on. Okay, first of all you need to disconnect the map sensor connector, which is this one. Then take this one out. And you can remove the whole air filter housing. Okay. So you see that area? I'm gonna remove the injectors because this car recently had a repair on injectors, and I think it could be from the injectors as well because smoke was coming apparently from this area. I'm gonna remove the injectors to see what's going on, but obviously for the injectors you need to be careful because these are the injectors. Okay, these are the fuel lines, the high pressure fuel lines. And these ones are return line. If you can see, these ones are the return line. So I have to disconnect the return line and the high pressure supply line, then I can remove the injectors after that. But you need to consider that you have the high pressure here. First of all, you are not allowed to undo this one when the engine is running because you're gonna have too high pressure here. But even if engine is not running, you have to wait for something like 30 minutes. Some companies ask you to remove the fuel pump fuse and then start the engine and wait for the engine to die. But many others ask you not to do that on the diesel engine because this is a diesel engine apparently. Because if you do that, you're gonna let the high pressure pump to run dry, which is not really a good thing. So for this one, I already I was waiting for something like 30 minutes. So there's not going to be that much high pressure here. So it's safe already to remove the fuel connections. I put the camera in a view so you see what's going to happen when I undo these ones. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is to remove the injectors connectors. So injector number 4. Okay, I remove the injectors connector and I'll be focusing on injector number 3 and 4 because apparently smoke was coming from this area and they recently removed the injectors in this area as well. So you have the fuel return lines here. So I'm gonna for disconnecting the fuel return lines, you have to just pull the lock up. Okay. And then you can disconnect the fuel return line. Yeah, all of it. And the other one to just have more room. All good. This is a fuel return line. Then it's time to disconnect the fuel supply connection. For that one, you're gonna need two expanders at the same time. So I'm put number 13 on the injector side and number 14 on the fuel line, and I undo that. So this is number 3 and this is number 4, and I undo that. There you go. So the only thing I have is I need to remove this bolt to be able to remove the whole injector. I do that one by one to see which one is making the problem. Just make sure when you remove the injectors you don't drop anything inside the engine, because you're gonna be in a big trouble. So I removed the injector already, and you see this one? Problem could be from this, because if this one is not sealing properly, it's gonna let the compression to come out. So the problem could be from this. I've seen many cases that this washer, this copper washer, it's got some problem, so it doesn't seal properly. So injector is seated on the cylinder head like this, and obviously this area, the injector tip, is inside the cylinder, and this copper washer is supposed to do the sealing. So if this one is not sealing properly, what's going to happen, the compression is going to come out from here. I've seen that many times. So anytime you remove the injector, you are supposed to replace this one, but apparently they remove the injectors, and as you see, they haven't replaced the copper washer. So I removed the other injector as well. I do the same thing for that one too, and yeah, let's see how it goes. So I'm removing the injector number 3 as well. Okay, see, this one doesn't have any washer. That's interesting. So this one's supposed to have the washer, but it doesn't. So this is the cause. That's why actually I had smoke from here. So see these two? So this one got the copper washer, but the other one doesn't. Like, look inside, nothing there. Nothing inside the hole as well. So apparently I need the copper washer for here. I found a washer for this one, because I had one in the workshop. So I'm gonna try this if the problem is from this washer. Apparently it is, because it's supposed to have the washer, it doesn't. So this is the injector number 3, the one that didn't have any copper washer. So I'm supposed to replace this one with the brand new one, but because I don't have it in the workshop right now, I try this, but apparently I'm gonna order. So make sure the direction is exactly like this, and this one should be seated there. Okay, because this one is for the main fuel connection, and the other one is for the return line. Obviously this is the injector connector. So okay, so this is the first one, injector number 3. Injector number 4. Now let's connect the fuel line. Just make sure the fuel line is seated properly, and then you can use the spanners. I just try to hand tighten it first. Place it correctly first, then okay, now it's time for the spanners. So grab one side with number 13 and the other one. Just make sure you don't over tighten it, and it should be tight enough but not over tightened, because it's gonna damage the fitting. And now it's time for the fuel return line. So place them correctly and push the locks down. This is a lock. Push the locks down. And for injector connectors, I installed the injector connectors. This is the one. And okay. Because you disconnected the fuel lines, before starting the car, you have to prime the fuel line. If you don't prime it, because you already have the air in the system, there's going to be some problem later on and you won't be able to start the car. So don't start the car before priming. And for priming, what I do, I just press this one until it gets really hard. Just keep going for 3-4 minutes. Sensor connector, everything's okay, and I'm gonna keep priming. So keep priming until you feel it's really hard and it doesn't move anymore. So now I'm gonna start the car to see what's going on. That there is no more gas, there is no more smoke coming out, and apparently it was from a couple washer that it was missing from the injector number 3.